Heavy on the wrist, baby.
Welcome to another edition of Heavy on the Wrist podcast, Florida's #1 podcast. I'm your host, Mike Larry. This is my co-host, Shalia. Speaking to the mic. And we got a special guest in here this evening. We got the whole cast from I wouldn't say the whole cast, City Beautiful in the building.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What's happening? The writer, Jason Cook.
Yep. You got a lead actor, Deuce Marino, aka Joint in the film, aka Orlando Long. We'll get to the rest. What up?
So where y'all from, man? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'll start with me. Once again, Deuce Marino, lead actor. I played Joint in the movie. It helps that the movie itself kind of leads up with my bio itself. I'm born and raised in Orlando, so is the character. Went to Jay High, lived my whole life there. Found my way in prison, same as the character. Came home and tried to do things different. And, a bunch of music and doing a bunch of things. Phil, Rise, and
So is this movie really based on your life?
I would say that God made it a point to make it about my life because the director will explain in a minute, Cook, that he wrote it 10 years before we talked about the movie, and I was not supposed to be any character at all in it. So the fact I want to be the lead character is because it all kind of how it happened. I'll let him explain that.
I'm originally from LA, from Atlanta. Just talking about over here, but I've been in Florida for about 15 years, and like you were saying, that story, being here in Florida, it's his story. It's a lot of our stories. It's like a story we can relate to, and when we was looking for the actors, we needed somebody who did that. And so there's some authentic pieces in there that made Joint. That even though it's relatable, there's some things that only Joint can accomplish to get through it. Do something to do it perfect.
So when you wrote the script, you automatically he's the first one that came to mind?
No. When I wrote it originally, I wrote it, the other character, Ricky, in the movie, I wrote it for an artist I was working with. And I was writing it to be a promotional piece. Like, I'm thinking like on some 50 type joints, like, music behind them, so let's put a film. It didn't pan out. We tried to film it a couple times. I was joined for a minute. We had another person that's joined. It just didn't work. And then a couple years go by, and me and him was already friends. We was already cool, so it just came together, and it just fit naturally. No, this is you. Especially once I read the bio. I know Joint because I wrote it. And I'm reading his bio, and I'm like, everything that I put down on this paper, on this character, the man's already, that's him. I give you one little tidbit. When I came to him, I told him originally we wanted a new boy to try to be Joint. That's in my mind. We said we're going big with it. Let's try to get everybody we can. And I don't know everybody in Orlando. I'm not from there originally. He is. Hey, let's see what we can do together. Try to get these people in here. And it was just so natural when we was going through the readings and just everything. It just felt natural. And I just told him one day, like, oh, you Joint. Like I said, it is. Like when you ask me, that's why I laughed. I'm like, it wasn't, but it is.
So how does he handle obstacles becoming that
He was one of the, I ain't gonna say was, he was one of the illest hosts, MCs, coming across the stage, he magnetic, he had to hit it. And me knowing that, I just knew, like, I already know, I think I could have a good gauge on people's, like, taking capability-wise and talent. I don't want to say the word stardom, but that's the only way I can think of. I can recognize they stardom.
And vice versa. I want to throw that in real quick.
So when you guys got together, you just felt right, everything just fell in place.
Magic.
It's
always been that way.
I had an album release party 10 years ago, and we hosted it, and we've been rocking ever since. We were rocking before that, and that kind of like solidified it. Yeah, when I was thinking about who can do it, I don't know who can do it, and it's kind of the same with the movie, like, when it comes down to it, do it.
So I know you've been doing stuff since the second grade. You've been working on your stuff since the second grade, perfecting your craft. And the thing is, like, how many, like, is this your first project that you actually released, or have you released anything before?
Full film, yes. called The Good Side of Buddy. And it was like a string of videos we did. We put some acting in between. It was like probably a 20-minute joint. And we filmed a lot of other things that we didn't actually completely get through. So for us to get this and the scale of it, it was just like, it was a payoff. It was like crossing the finish line. We're not there, but this just felt like it production-wise. We've done so much behind the cameras and the microphone, so to have a project like this is just like every day I wake up and it's just amazing. Like, I still can't believe it sometimes.
It's not time to be quiet about it. Everybody should tell somebody about it. It's not a, it's like I don't want nobody to be mad at me if they're the last one to hear about it.
Right, so tell us about the movie and what it's about.
I mean, me personally, like I said, going back into like the character himself, everybody can be familiar with. We might as well have named the movie In the Hood USA because it's the character. You have these. We have greats in every neighborhood in the world. In Orlando, me personally, I can speak being born and raised here. We're home to some of the best that ever did it. The stories just don't ever come out because before they can tell their story, before they can do what they want, the ugly side of beautiful, going back to what he wrote before, the ugly side of beautiful captures that. So we wanted to put something out to show the city beautiful, to the oxymoron, our juxtaposition of it, all overall juxtaposition. So anyway, 20 points. But what I'm saying was, with the movie, we was able to tell a story of a football star. He was gonna make it. He was gonna do everything you can imagine. One decision, one blink of an eye, one bad choice. He makes that decision. Be citizen, come home. Now, but he come home, but he's still a football player. He can't ever play football again, but he's still a football player. So now he has power. So now, an ex-football player naturally gonna go to coaching. Right? Now he's gonna go to the next game. The next game is easy. Where he's from is drugs. The X's and the O's in the drug game. The next thing he's gonna win is find someone he can coach so he can retire from that game. That's when he finds Ricky is outside the football field, outside the school. Let me teach this young boy, he don't know no better. If I get him my position, I can retire. He can take my position, I can run off into the sunset life. That's where one day trying to teach him how to be myself. The character joint. Hopefully Ricky gets it when he goes to the military. I want y'all to see it so you see where it goes.
I can't wait to see it.
Latch on one piece is you see how he broke it down. It's coming of age. Yes. It's like boys in the hood, one of them stories, like you watching this young man run through another old brother. And that's something I want to talk to my brother. Running from the big generation.
It's true. I noticed that like with shout out to First Tape with the Miss Side coming of age, even O-Dog came at that age in the beginning. It was nothing for him to shoot. He shed no tears shooting the lady. But at the end, he cried when Sharif was on the ground. He was hurt. So the coming of age even happens, even in the worst situation. But we want the world to look at it from our standpoint and know that Orlando, there's a depth in stories that's there. And I think Jones High's has some great players. They may not make it to the league. Every hood has a joint. Every story has Orlando. The only difference with this story is every character is everywhere. Well, I'm kind of stressed out beyond the lead character, bigger than me.
Definitely can. And it now
Before you were being an actor, you wanted to be an actor, what inspired you to act? Were you in music before that?
I've been
Were you an artist first?
always. Hence the reason why I maintain the uniform thing. I'm an artist 24/7. Always. Paint pictures, whether it's in music and you hear it, or whether you see it, or my JOB, whatever, 9 to 5, it's always something. Artists, yes, always. Acting, yep. I mean, where we from, when you cross the railroad track, you better be a good actor. You gonna make it.
And realize, real talk right there.
That's where it started.
so you working on anything else? You got anything else that you working
Yep.
on?
I mean, with this amazing genius mind frame, all the music, all the soundtracks, everything City Beautiful is produced and made, beats made by this genius here as our director. So we have 3 different soundtracks, which we'll get to. One of those is just the lead character joint account of what happened in the movie from the morning when Joint woke up to the end. So if you don't see, if let's just per se, let's see, we have a person who can't see. When they listen to that soundtrack, they will see our movie So we're gonna give the movie to everybody. That's our audio book, is our soundtracks. That's important.
So did you record music and put it in the movie?
Yeah, that's with the 3 soundtracks. There's the 3 soundtracks breaks down. There's music that's in the movie, and it's made by pretty much most of the characters you see in the movie.
And you're producing that also?
Those songs that do not produce all.
Okay.
There's a couple. Then we have music.
It's like the character song, like example, Granddaddy South. Shout out to Granddaddy South. When Granddaddy come in, I don't know nobody in the world that don't know Granddaddy. When you open up, there's only one song we all know. So it's only right when the movie come on. I don't give a boy no. It's only right. So for example, we have a soundtrack where during the movie when the movie come on, that character when they come in, their music is their introduction. So it's one thing they have a character, their song plays, and it's different. So we have that soundtrack itself. Right.
Shit is lit.
And we made music inspired by it.
Too.
After we watched it, and after we was doing it and working on it, we was able to get more feelings and get more inspiration. So when we made songs, I produced, I think most, not all of those, most of those. And it's inspired by the keys this year. Then we have joint accounts, which, like you said,
Y'all need
is
a
joint
female
account.
character in there?
All the time. It wasn't easy. You'll be surprised. We probably had, for every character, 3 people turned and kept the spot down.
Yeah?
Not even an audition. We actually offered these places, maybe for every character, 3 turned down, including the lead character and other parts. So the people that God sent our way. So when I tell you, when you say that, absolutely. Don't be playing around when we call for real. You be like, I was just playing.
So people just stood you up on the casting call?
Yep. They stood him up, and he deserved better than that. I think. Listen, we'll have you on the wrist. We're gonna be real.
That's right.
We're gonna be real. I think they should have answered the call. I think now that people saying, "Oh, I ain't hear about it," or "No one told me," I remember him. I used to check the list off. Did you try what's name? Yep. What's name coming? Yeah, he gonna come today. They didn't come. There's people in this movie that's in this movie because they were last minute and they did better than we imagined.
They just jumped on the opportunity.
It was perfect.
Sounds like it would be a great platform for an artist that could come in.
That's all he ever wanted. That's all he wanted to offer. You know what I'm saying? That's what's good about this.
Well, you know I'm always down to make cameos in the movie too.
Listen. When he said it outside, I look people in the face when they say that. You look like my older brother Drake.
Yeah.
Back when I was. We'll talk about it afterwards. But yeah, you got a part already.
I'll say this.
That's what's up.
It was just like we talked about now. It was a struggle to get all these people. The struggle was making it was a movie in itself.
Yeah.
It happened right when COVID happened. We couldn't plan that obviously.
In the summer, rain.
In the summer, and it was a lot of willing and dealing on our behalf, and we trying to get the necessary people, times, locations. Like I said, I don't live in Orlando. I live in Tampa. So
Right.
coming back.
And I wasn't living in Orlando. I was working in Panama City, driving back and forth.
Wow.
Yeah, only on the weekend I was able to shoot it. They became my brothers. It was crazy how it was. Yeah, it's crazy.
Timing had to be just right.
When you have dedication and you have drive and you have the dream that you follow, it's like nothing can stop you.
I knew that from the first time he sent it to me and told me what he wanted to do. I had to take it serious. That man, he had a vision. It's a serious thing. We got a movie, Orlando. We have a movie.
Yes.
Florida has a movie. I can't name any movies that's about Florida. That's
We
about
do.
Florida and real.
So
We have one.
growing up, you guys have a quote that you live by, that you stood by all your life to keep on staying strong and following your
I think they're
dreams, no
similar
matter
when you
how
talk to
tough
us.
the way.
The only thing that divides us is clothes and skin, but him being from a military background and jumping all over, and me coming from chain gang, he probably been in as many military bases as I've been to prisons. But the strength that it took, certain things that it endured, is similar. Our story, that's what built us. Strong.
Makes you the strength of the person you are today.
When I was in basic training, I used to say the same thing every day. Well, starting like Q3, mind over matter. And I would say that every day because they was in there trying to break you down physically and mentally, same like on the yards. So I would just think, I would say that every day.
Yeah.
It just carried me everywhere I went. When I went overseas, Iraq, and I came back through whatever struggles I had, that was what I always said. And that's what we use for this because it was so many times
I'm very proud. I was nervous at first. Like, oh my God, they're gonna be like, he can't act, he can't do all this stuff. I ain't know. What do you know? Where we from? You really don't believe you're gonna act, right? If where you from? That's it. We from the hood, or whatever. So when you finally grow up and you start being all that extra stuff, and someone go be that, you go, am I doing it right?
Did you practice? Like, you take it serious?
I can't. I didn't have to because, and that's the whole thing. And that's it's crazy. The whole cast. I can actually give credit to the whole cast. It was bigger than us because everybody that he told me that I had to play a part with. When I read my lines, I have read that line with those people in real life my whole life. The way they lined up, like I said, 4 people didn't play it. The person that walked in the room, he was like, "Oh, guess who's gonna play this part?"
You just did it naturally.
Granddad. When I walked in and seen Granddad, he was like, "Granddad gonna play your OG." That's my OG. Granddad, I love that.
Right.
Same, we both from cross town together. The characters from the same neighborhood and the story. So it was perfect. Us laughing on camera.
That's amazing.
We did a one take together with him telling me.
Like this.
Easy because if he seen me being crazy, he's one of my older brothers that would tell me, you better tighten up. That's what the character had to say.
Is this your first acting project?
I mean, besides us doing music videos and trying to play a character, that's without words, absolutely.
Right.
I thought walking in the door that I was just going to help with lines and stand behind the camera.
Nah.
They put you right in front of the camera.
Yeah, he had a whole thing probably. He thought about it probably ahead of time, you know.
We can't wait to
my
see
brother.
it. We definitely looking forward to see it.
I want y'all to come out, please.
I'm gonna have it on.
Now it's gonna be Amazon too.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
yeah, it'll be available. I don't have an exact date.
They just got to follow it. We always going to a new spot showing it
Tell
somewhere
everybody
between
where to
everything.
follow you.
Yeah, tell everybody where to follow y'all, man.
Where to find you.
City dot beautiful dot movie on Instagram, and myself is Boss City.
Yep, at Deuce Marino, D-E. Don't put a U first, it's D-E, right? E-U, like doing the butt, right? D-E-U-C-E, Marino, like Dan Marino. That's on Instagram, and once you follow one of us or follow the situation, you should be able to Google City Beautiful Movie at this point. We're doing something wrong. Please check it out. We're going to be in Jacksonville on the 25th. After that, we are having something in Orlando. I personally can say I get behind and want y'all to come. My personally invite, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We'll have some food, we'll have some fun. Let's sit down and do a private setting. And come out and see the movie, man.
Yeah, I definitely want to come out and see it.
It's ours together. It's a real thing. It does belong to us.
Before we go, is there anything you would like to say to other younger upcoming actors or musicians that's looking up to do the same thing you guys are doing? Is there any advice to them? Little game. What do you have?
I got a cliche. Don't give up.
Don't give up.
For real.
Expect obstacles. Expect obstacles. Don't overthink it. Just do what you gotta do. You know what you need done.
No matter your background, no matter where you're coming from, like I said, he can say it for me, you know. I was gonna say when he speaks, it's either inside or outside, you know, outside the country, inside the country, outside of genre, not a race or whatever. You know, you have to stick to what you believe in and really do it. That's the one thing that everybody kept telling Ricky in the story. Is do it for what you do, know what you're doing it for. If you know what you're doing it for,
Yep, be true to
can't nobody blame you. Be true to the one.
That's right.
Heavy on the wrist, baby.